I told you about 3 times you won't fuck with me, right? Umbrella. I'ma run it up and up and up. 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 Big brella grinding till I fill it up. Shawty private purpose like it's Eminem. Sliding through your city, you gon' live and learn. She gon' let me fuck cause I'm a living legend.
It's the original Eminent Sports Broadcasting, man, and we back again, my friends. We have scintillating topics to discuss. Drama in the PBC.
Always.
Drama with Floyd Mayweather, according to my co-host, that is.
The puppet master himself.
Let my co-host introduce himself.
The boy Loso, K-Shin-No-So, back in the building, man. Back to hit you with that infamous boxing talk. Let's go, man. You know what I mean? Giving you the word of the streets. You know what I mean? Real hardcore boxing shit. Let's go, man. You know? I talk for the people. You know what I mean?
For the people, huh?
The man told me the man trying to get me to tone it down a little bit, but I told man, I can't. That's me for the street.
I try to get you to what?
You know what I mean? Man trying to get me to tone it down, but I can't do it. Let's go. I'm going to try to pipe it down. You know what I mean? Like, come on, let's go, man. I'm ready.
Be authentic.
I'm ready. The real
Floyd Mayweather, is he the puppet master? Is he the puppet master? I'm not going to say boxing because obviously he doesn't control boxing, but does he control the lives and the decision of these young men, these young boxers striving to be great? That is the question, my friends. Rolly Romero, Gervonta Tank Davis, Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia. The fights don't happen until Floyd Mayweather gives the okay. That's what it's seeming like. Whether or not you like it or not.
Strings, man.
Whether or not you like it or not, my man is still pulling strings.
He's making all the moves, bro.
He's making all the moves, you say, right?
That's
and
how
you don't. You have a bone to pick.
PBC, yes I do.
You have a bone to pick.
Yes,
Go ahead and pick
do.
your bone, my brother.
Well, how I feel about things is I feel like Mayweather, he just loves to be the center of attention.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he wants everything to revolve around him. He wants his hand in everything. You understand? So, pertaining to this situation here, I feel like the man just pulling the strings that he wants to pull. Mm-hmm. The man Devin Haney has a fight lined up with Ryan Garcia. What does he do? Pull the rug right from under it. Lines him, tells Garcia they're going to run. Tells Garcia, nah, you don't need to fight Haney. I'm gonna give you the fight with Rolly. It'll be a big fight, pay-per-view. You guys gonna do numbers, this and that.
Yeah.
Right? So what Ryan do overnight, pulls out the fight, says he's about to fight Rolly. Right? And then all of that is with the dangling the carrot, which is Tank Davis.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The cash cow right now.
But isn't that how you build fights, man?
How is that building fights? Not building. They already fought. They already fought.
I mean,
they already got stopped.
Most people going into a Ryan Garcia and a Devin Haney fight, they already have their mind made up on who they feel like is going to win that fight.
They don't have their mind made up on who's going to win between Tank and Ryan? If Ryan beats Rolly?
No. I don't think that's what he means. Like, you think it's going to be like an immediate rematch?
I think, they're trying to build Ryan back up so they could put him back in a rematch with Tank. No rehydration, no catch weight. That's what they're going to sell. because that's what they've been selling post-fight. He didn't really beat the real Ryan. Ryan was weight drained, rehydration, all this and all that.
Yeah.
They're going to put him back in the fight. Tank already knows what he got. Already been in there with him. A few extra pounds ain't going to hurt him. So they're trying to build Ryan back up so they can throw him back in the rematch with Tank and make another boatload of money.
Or
if you already dug this hole and got a pot of gold, you think they're not gonna try to dig a little bit deeper and get more, or dig another hole right next to it and get another one?
so what if they're trying to use these two fighters, right? Let's say Ryan does get past Rolly, right? Which is not a foregone conclusion, right? He gets past Rolly, and then he moves on and then fights Tank. That's what you're saying. But what if it's just they're using this as leverage to possibly lure Devin Haney over to the PBC?
No, and this is what I mean.
You said that Floyd wanted Devin Haney from the get-go.
He did, and then Devin shunned him, and now he's been hating on Devin ever since. And this is why I say he's a puppet master, right? So first, he's been keeping Tank away from Devin, right? Because if it was up to Tank would have been for Devin. He don't like Devin. He feel like Devin copying him, biting his style, this and that, which is all false. It's all cat. You know what I mean? They both got their own sauce going. They could be more than one dude with the juice, with the sauce. You know what I mean? Devin doing his thing, Tank doing his thing. They from two completely different coasts. You know what I mean? They both fly dudes. They both getting money. They both like the same things. Just like every rapper in this world. You know what I mean? If a rapper was say, "Oh, he trying to be like me," please. All the rappers got all the same jewelry. They got all the same cars. Got all the same tattoos. They date all the same women. You know what I mean? And ain't nobody saying, "Oh, you trying to be like me? You trying to be like me?" Right? And that's what they be trying to do with Tank and Devin. No, them boys just doing their own things. But anyway, back. I regress. Floyd was already keeping Tank away from Devin, right?
Okay.
And now he doesn't want Devin to be as big as Tank, right? So now Ryan, while Devin is on Tank's ass for a whole week, 2 weeks after the Regis fight, Ryan steps in, right? Throw his names in the hat and says what he says. "Oh, nah, man, don't worry. Tank ain't gonna fight you, but I will." So Devin redirects his energy. Okay, cool. You want to fight me? Let's go. This is good for my profile. You know what I mean? It'll get my numbers up, make a boatload of money. And now the Tank haters or the Tank supporters, Devin haters won't be able to say, "Oh, you don't do no numbers, you don't do this, you don't do that." Right? So what Floyd, he knows this. So what he do? He flexes his muscle, right? Throws his arm around Ryan.
Yeah.
Now he's Ryan's mentor all of a sudden. Spitting all good sweet nothings in the man's ear. You know what I mean? Talking to him all nice and smooth like he's one of his little girls or something. And rips that rug up under Devin. You know what I mean? Takes money out of Devin's mouth. Twice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And now over here, now he's using his other fighter, his only champion, which is Rolly, and like, okay, you can fight Rolly Romero. Now think about how messed up that is, right? Floyd, his only fighter, his only champion out of the four is Rolly, because Tank is no longer with Mayweather Promotions. He signed to his own promotion, GTD.
But you said that Mayweather doesn't want Devin to be as big as Tank. So if he's not in some form of business with Tank, why would he give a fuck?
Because you know how Floyd is. Mayweather Promotions and PBC is one and the same. And you see Al Haymon, you see me. This and that, blah, blah. And this is, hold on, because thank you for bringing that up. So Tank isn't his fighter no more, right? So why you think he's going over there throwing his arm around Ryan, right? A little dig to Tank. You know what I mean? Like, okay, cool. You don't want to be with me no more? I'm going to show you what I could do with him. Right?
Okay.
And now he got his arm over Ryan. Ryan got stopped by Tank. But you over here, best friends with Ryan now. Right? We all know the history between Tank and Floyd. And love-hate relationships. Just like with Devin, love-hate relationship. He was just close to, can't even say he was close, because he knew Devin since he was a kid.
Yeah.
10, 11, 12 years old. You know what I mean? Same thing. And same thing. He wanted to sign Dev. Dev didn't want to sign him. Look at the pattern, right? When Tank and Dev sparred that second time in Mayweather's gym, Tank was with AB. Dev was with Floyd. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Dev didn't want to sign him, so what Floyd Mayweather do? Okay, you want to sign me? Come here. Come here, Tank. I'm gonna show you how I can build Tank up and show you what you're missing. Same thing he do with his girls. You want to be with me? Look, I bought this girl this, I bought that. Right? This is Floyd, bro. This is what he do. Right? And now look how history repeats itself. Boom. Tank don't want to be with him no more. Tank wants to go do his own thing. Oh, he throws his arm around Ryan. All right? Oh, look, all right, cool. You don't want to be with me? I'll be with this dude. Right? Meanwhile, he's shunning his only fighter.
Yeah.
His only champion, which is Rolly. So imagine how Rolly's feeling right now. He's like, yo, nigga, I'm the only one riding with you. I'm not even with it, but I'm your only relevant fighter that you have. And you putting your arm around everybody else for me. You know what I mean? And that's why I say he the puppet master, bro. Just manipulating all these people. But there's only one of them that he can manipulate, which was Dev. That's why he has that love-hate relationship with Dev. You know what I mean? That's why he tries to stop Dev doing all the power moves Dev wants to make.
Let me be devil's advocate, man. Because I understand where you're coming from with all that stuff, but at the end of the day, it's business, right?
Is it not facts, though? It's a facts.
Some of it. And let me elaborate a little bit. The reason why I say some of it is because, like, Floyd has no loyalty to Devin. He has no loyalty. They don't do business. Yeah, I may have groomed you while you were coming up. I may have given you advice. I may have wanted to sign you. But like you said, you swerved me. Right? And I have or had the biggest fighter in the division. And you're not that guy. You are not the biggest star in the division or around that division. The star is Gervonta Tank Davis. So Floyd's loyalty is no longer with Devin. His loyalty is with the PBC and with Rolando Romero and Tank Davis. So for him to secure that fight for Rolly, and you're saying possibly a rematch with Tank, that's his job.
Got so funny though.
But I'm saying though, that's his job. But what I was saying is, what if it's a possibility that he wants to get, first of all, Ryan versus Devin Haney is not a fight that I feel like is competitive right now. Could it be more competitive a little bit down the road? I think so. Right? A couple fights, and it could be a more competitive fight. I don't think Ryan is ready for Devin, but I think the Rolly fight is more of a balanced fight. So to convince someone that's the logical move to make, I don't think that's that difficult. Right? So Floyd's job is to secure fights for his fighters, right? And you said that's his only champion. And what's the biggest fight for him to give Rolly right now? Ryan Garcia. He's doing his job.
But you know what? He's not, though. That's what I'm saying. It was all a ploy. It was all a ploy to get Ryan away, Devin away from that Ryan fight, or Ryan away from that Devin fight.
Okay.
Because I just read a tweet from Oscar De La Hoya 30 minutes ago saying that Ryan and Jose Ramirez fight is very close to being done. That's why you've heard nothing about the Rolly and Ryan found since Ryan announced it. How long ago? A week ago? 2 weeks ago?
Okay.
So it was all a ploy, and that's what I'm saying. All he did was just take food out of Devin's mouth once again, just hating on the man, alluding to a fight that he knew he couldn't make because Ryan wasn't going to make that. You know what I mean? De La Hoya wasn't going to make that. You think De La Hoya's going to let him do that? No, you don't control his fighter.
Yeah.
Ryan ain't signing you, he's signing me. So, like I said, I just read 20 minutes ago, right before we got on live, De La Hoya tweeted, Ryan and Ramirez is very close to being a done deal.
Okay.
No Rolly.
What do you think about that fight?
Ryan should be, but Ramirez ain't fought how long? Ramirez could beat him. Could stop him. This shit. You know what I mean?
I would go with Jose Ramirez in that fight.
And he probably opened up as the favorite. You know? He probably might not finish as the favorite. Oh, no, he might open up as an underdog and finish as a favorite.
That's if Ryan is going to leave the opportunity to become a world champion in fighting Rolly Romero, right? If he's going to leave that opportunity to the wayside and then fight Jose Ramirez, bad decision, in my opinion. There is no belt on the line for a Jose Ramirez fight. Is there?
No, there's not.
Okay. Are they going to be able to probably get that vacant WBO? Let me take a look at the rankings again and see. Let me take a look at the rankings and see if they could probably get that WBO.
Why are you looking at it up? But that's what I'm saying. And this is just De La Hoya, flexing his muscle a little bit, telling Ryan, nah, bro. You know what I mean?
It doesn't matter what De La Hoya says. If Ryan don't want that fight and he doesn't sign, that's what it is.
But he is going to sign. He is going to sign though.
No, I'm not saying. I'm not saying that that's a fight that
he is going to sign. He ain't going to have no choice because.
Yeah, my bad. My bad about the WBO. I was thinking about the WBO and the 135-pound division. The Teofimo was the champion at 140. But you got Arnold Barboza and you got Jose Ramirez is 1 and 2. So Ryan fights Jose Ramirez at 2. Could this possibly be an eliminator for Teofimo Lopez?
Could be because Ryan. They said Ryan sent Teo off already, so he might be trying to put pressure on Teo to get that fight. But we can't trust. Ryan is just can't really. He's messing up his. Let me ask you a
question. And keep it a buck, please. If you were Ryan and you had an opportunity to fight Jose Ramirez for no belt or Rolly for a WBA world championship, you've never been a world champion, what route would you take?
Rolly.
You would take Rolly?
Obviously, yes.
And Rolly, you feel like is a lesser of a fighter than Jose Ramirez, correct?
I think Rolly gets a bad rap. A lot of people discredit his boxing ability because he kind of like a little spacey, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know if Rolly and Ramirez was the fight, who would be the favorite? Who would be, you know what I mean? Probably be Rolly at this point because Ramirez.
Nah, hell no.
Has inactivity.
Hell no.
Who has Ramirez really beat?
Ramirez will be the favorite, bro. He showed way more. First of all, when he was fighting Josh Taylor, he was very competitive in the fight until he made that mental lapse, and he started backing away from Josh Taylor without protecting himself. When I think it was what's that referee that always referees Floyd fights? Kenny Bayless. Kenny Bayless told him, "Yo, break." He didn't touch him on the back or whatever. He just said break, or he tapped him. I think it was, and Ramirez was backing up, and Taylor hit him with a shot, knocked him down, and he never recovered from that. But it was a competitive fight up until that point. So what I'm saying is, I've seen Ramirez show way more skills than I've ever seen Rolly. So if that fight was made, I'm definitely putting my coin on Ramirez. Long layoff or not, based on skills, he has to be the favorite. So I think that's a more difficult fight. Pedigree. He's in the Robert Garcia gym. Is he still in the Robert Garcia gym? I think so.
Yeah, I would think so.
That's a way more difficult fight than a Rolly fight. I think that's a logical move, man. Whether it be on the zone, whether it be on PBC, it doesn't matter to me. If Ryan Garcia was thinking smart, that's the route that he needs to take to become a world champion, to have more leverage, to
Ramirez is signed
more
to
money in your pocket. Huh?
Where, Golden Boy?
No. I'm saying to become a world champion.
Yeah, but where's Ramirez signed to?
Nah, he's signed with Golden Boy.
Yeah, so
I'm talking about the Rolly fight.
And that's the thing.
You know they're gonna if they're trying to make the Rolly fight, they're gonna try to do a power play.
Yeah, they're gonna try to do a power play that they can't really do because they don't have no dates at PBC and Amazon Prime. And the zone ain't waiting for them boys. De La Hoya's not waiting for them boys. That's a fact. So we can't do a co-promotion when you ain't got no promotion. You know what I mean?
We all know that this is fabrication because PBC
right
does
now,
have a deal. They just haven't
announced
the
but they
dates
haven't
yet.
announced no dates. We about to be in February. They talking about March day. They ain't even got no dates.
And we're gonna be talking about it in a second.
Man,
we will be talking about it in a second.
So back to Floyd. You know what I mean? Manipulating the whole game. You know what I mean? Especially these fighters that let's be honest. You know what I mean? He's impressionable to these young fighters. He's very impressionable to these young urban fighters. You know what
Obviously
I mean?
not impressionable enough for Devin to sign with him.
Cuz, come on, man. Devin comes from real pure G lineage. You know what I mean? He's the son of a hustler, man. So his daddy ain't gonna let him get manipulated by no Floyd Mayweather. You know what I mean? His daddy soaked up the game that was around him for years. He soaked up the game. And now he running on, and they went and did their thing, and it's been a success to this point.
So let me ask you a question. Why would Floyd manipulate Devin Haney, but Bob Arum and Eddie Hearn wouldn't manipulate Devin Haney?
No.
I'm just trying to
Floyd
understand.
Mayweather wasn't able to manipulate.
What do you
Devin
mean?
Haney.
Like, why would Floyd put Devin Haney in bad deals? Obviously they could read contracts, right? So they read the contracts very thoroughly when they signed the Showtime deal, when they signed the Matchroom deal, when they signed the Top Rank deal. So why would Floyd be out to get you, but none of these other guys were out to get you?
I'm not saying he's out to get him. That's not what I'm saying.
Let me ask you a question.
I'm not saying he's out to get him.
Let me ask you a quick question.
Because I'm about to cook.
If Devin Haney would have signed with Floyd Mayweather, do you think he'd be a bigger star than he is right now?
Yes. But you know what else would have happened?
What else would have
It
happened?
would have been two more hands in his pocket. Floyd's and Al Haymon's.
But the pot would have been bigger. The pot possibly be bigger right now.
No, that's not true. It's just like an artist signed to a major label and these independent artists that you see now. All these independent artists we see now got getting way more money than all the artists we loved growing up. You know what I mean? Way more money in 1 year that these niggas made their whole career. Why? Because they independent and they ain't got to sign. Right? Bill Haney and Devin Haney, they took Floyd's blueprint. The blueprint Floyd used when he left Top Rank and signed in a distribution deal. Floyd signed straight to the network, Showtime. Right?
So why would you think they would be able to entertain a similar deal?
It's okay to take short, because if you sign to Mayweather, you can't. You sign to Mayweather, then you manage by Al Haymon. That's 2 more people with hands in your pocket. So why would I do that?
Yeah,
You know what I mean? If I make it $5 million, you make it $10 million, but you got Al and Floyd in your pockets. My $5 million is more than your $10 million, because they taking half of your money.
So you're telling me
before you
Canelo
pay
has
anybody else.
So you're saying Canelo has the same deal that every other PBC fighter has.
No, Canelo signed straight
You're
to
saying
network.
that Tank Davis has the same deal that every other PBC fighter has.
Not no more, because he signed to network once he left Floyd. But
Okay.
to him,
Do you think Crawford has the same deal that every other PBC fighter has?
He signed to network.
Okay.
Straight to the deal.
So you're saying that these fighters have a different contract than maybe like a Keith Thurman or Danny Garcia?
Yes, these boys are signed.
So
to
why would
Al
Devin
Haymon.
Haney be different if he can negotiate whatever deal he wants? Why not entertain?
He could now, because Al hasn't called him to make a deal.
Talk to
They're
Floyd.
keeping them away. They're keeping them away from Tank Davis. So that's why they haven't called the man. They haven't called him.
Woo.
They haven't called the man to make a fight. Because if they
You saw the tweet that
because
Tank
they
put
did.
out there?
You and I both know. Hey, Devin has proven this. If Al Haymon called that man tonight, and say, hey, yo, I got this deal on the table to fight Tank, Devin will sign that deal to fight Tank.
Maybe.
Oh, come on, you know it.
Maybe.
You got no texture, boy, but you know this. You know what I mean?
Maybe.
He will sign that deal to fight Tank and to beat Tank. He will sign that deal. You know what I mean? He won't go through all these hools. He won't do none of that. And that's why they haven't sent the man a contract. They haven't even sent the man a bluff contract, because they know Devin is the type of fighter who will call that bluff. And they don't want that. Just like he did with Lomachenko. They said, no, not Lomachenko, Kambosos. They sent them a bluff deal. For the man, you got 24 hours, you got to sign this. You can't tell nobody. We're going to give you the same deal we get Lomachenko, but they refused to show the Lomachenko contract to him. So you got 24 hours to sign this deal. You can't tell nobody about this deal, or it's null and void. And you have to take flat fee money. And you got to take a rematch clause. And the rematch clause, you're going to make the same money. 2 fights in Australia. What you going to do? What Devin do?
He took the deal.
Took the deal.
Yeah.
Called the bluff. So that's already right. That's already in history. They already know that. And that was the fight Kambosos. What you think he'll do to fight Tank?
Yeah, but what I'm saying is I don't understand why.
What kind of numbers you think that Tank fight gonna do?
We don't know what PBC has in mind for Tank Davis. We don't necessarily know what
we know what they don't
have
in mind. We know what they don't have in mind for Tank Davis.
We don't know if in the immediate future their plan is Shakur Stevenson and Lomachenko possibly.
So why not say it?
I mean, they don't do that. They don't talk about nothing in public.
They do.
Everything is negotiated behind closed doors.
But these fighters do that.
They've proven
fighters do that though.
Time and time again. This is how the mastermind works.
Errol Spence, when him and Terrence was going back and forth, everybody was yearning for that fight. What Errol say? Yo, I'm gonna handle my business. I'm gonna handle the business on my side of the street. I'm gonna go collect these 3 belts, and then me and you gonna fight. And what happened? Tell the people what happened.
Say it again. My bad. I was looking at this.
Errol Spence.
Scores.
When they were building up the fight, when they were trying to fight each other, Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford. Errol Spence told Terrence and the world that he was gonna fight everybody on his side. Collect those other 2 belts, and then once he had the 3 belts, he was going to go fight Terrence for the undisputed. Is that, or is that not what happened?
Yes.
So why can't he do that?
He could definitely do that.
Why can't Tank say that? Why can't Tank say, all right, don't worry about it. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna beat the winner of Lomachenko and Kambosos. Then I'm gonna go whip up on Shakur. Then after I'm done with those two, then I'm gonna come see you, Dad. Sit tight.
Yeah.
Why you can't do that? Why Ted can't go and say, yo, let people know what he want to do or what he gonna do? Why he can't do it?
It is a bit frustrating. I'm not gonna lie to you. That we don't have ultimate clarity.
Did Bud not say, hey, I'm gonna go fight Terrence, and then when I beat Terrence, I'm gonna go up and beat Charlo? Did he not say that?
Yeah, after he beat Errol Spence, yeah.
Before he beat Errol Spence, he was saying that.
No. I'm saying he said, yeah, after I beat Errol Spence. You said
Errol Spence, I'm gonna go beat. Yeah, Bud said after I beat Errol Spence, I'm gonna go fight Charlo and take him for his belts. Yeah. It was till Charlo shit the bed against Canelo. He's like, nah, that fight don't excite me no more. But what he's really doing is gonna let Charlo go, get another fight, build himself up. Because right now they're talking about Bud is trying to fight Zoo. Right? But they're saying Zoo might be in preliminary talks with Virgil Ortiz. But you know, Bud gonna trump that.
Yeah, that Virgil Ortiz makes no sense right now.
Yeah, it don't make no sense.
That makes zero sense right now. A big fight with Crawford makes a lot more sense than the Virgil Ortiz fights. Than the Virgil Ortiz fight. Because you could possibly lose that fight to a lesser known guy and you're not gonna make nearly as much money. So you might as well go and fight Terrence. And one thing about Zoo, he definitely has displayed that he has the heart and he's willing to take on challenges. Now, this is a challenge much different than anything he's taken before, but he is a younger man. He's on a streak. He's very active. Who's to say he can't pull off the upset and knock off Terrence Crawford?
He could.
I'm not going to sleep on him.
But Terrence ain't scared to challenge himself like that.
Nah,
Terrence has been knocking shit off. This is what great fighters do.
I was saying this to my brother, Critical Legend, that he should do that as well.
Let me ask you this:
he should move up to 154 a day. He has no more business in 47. If Earl is not on the table, go ahead.
Let me ask you this: is Devin Haney not one of the top dudes in the game?
Facts.
So, if you Tank Davis and you got a nigga calling you out, talking all kind of hot shit, why wouldn't you want to fight that man and knock him off? To just prove to him and all his fans.
Your handlers are not ready to make that fight. You remember when Mayweather and Pacquiao was gonna fight? You remember what the original offer was? You remember what Mayweather's original offer was?
Nah, what was it?
$50 million.
Yeah.
Guaranteed. $50 million. Pay-per-view upside. You know what his offer was? His guarantee was once the fight got made?
100.
Over $100 million. So, history has shown us that sometimes it's okay to wait.
But this is what I'm talking about.
Yo, this is what I'm talking about. Hold on.
Hold on. Before you get into that. But this is what I mean when I say when you got people in your pockets. Did Pacquiao get that $100 million? Hell no. Because he had Bob Arum all in his pocket. That's what happens when you got people in your pocket. You don't get all that bread.
Yeah.
Floyd, he got all that bread.
Yeah.
Right? When Floyd fought Conor, you know how much the UFC got out of that 100? 50%. That's what happens when you got people in your pocket. You know how much Floyd got? All of it.
He got a lot more than that.
Got all of it.
The majority of it. The network definitely took their piece.
A little bit. Network got
that fight generated damn near $1 billion.
Yeah, but Floyd got all the money he was supposed to get. Because when Floyd promoted a fight, he paid for everything.
He definitely,
You know what I mean?
he definitely got the line.
He paid for everything, you know? So that's the same thing, man. Devin just on his same shit, man. He just following Floyd's blueprint. And Floyd mad because he see what he doing. And he feels threatened by the young man.
Yo, the NBA is so weird, bruh. Like, how are the Bucks losing to Cleveland 98-60, bruh? 98-60, bruh. Like, what the fuck, bruh?
Yeah, I don't watch that dude, bro.
This is insane, dude.
I don't watch that dude.
They just took
Straight boxing and football, bro. Boxing and football.
Huh?
Boxing and football, that's it, man. And MMA. UFC to be that.
Oh, man.
I ain't got no time for nothing else.
I'm looking at the Heat score. The Heat are losing 70-94. And this was supposed to be a lock for the day. This was supposed to be a lock. One of the lock picks for the day. 73-94. The Heat are losing. Anyways. Where's the PBC dates, man? Let's get these motherfuckers off y'all dick, bruh. Because that's all these people do all the time. All the time. Oh, PBC this, PBC that.
It's in the shadow realm, man.
PBC Al Haymon is bad for the boxing, this and that. Bruh, there's dudes that talk about PBC no matter what, bruh. When the fights are getting made, when the fights ain't getting made, when there's no date, when there's a date, it doesn't matter. All negative publicity, bruh. All day, every day, non-stop, bruh. But you tell me, what'd you tell me earlier today when I called you up, my brother? You said what?
Right.
About favorite, you said something about favorite fighters or whatever. Why is everybody upset, you say?
Because their favorite fighters don't fight. Ain't got no
Because
dates.
their favorite fighters are not fighting. That's what you said to me, right?
Yep.
So if PBC is not doing a good job, right? They're not doing a good job. They're not making no fights, right? No fights. That's what a lot of people say. They don't got no days. They're not making no fights, right? But Top Rank is making fights and Matchroom is making fights. Why are these people not talking about the fights that are getting made? Why are they so concerned with fighters that aren't fighting?
Because those are the fighters.
And this is I'm just saying this based on other people's opinion. This is not what I believe.
Everybody knows PBC as the fighter that we love in America, right? They either had or had most of our favorite fighters. But what you can't dispute is they keep them on the shelves too long. They're not active enough.
Correct.
All the other promotions, their best fighters are fighting. Wilder fought. He had one fight before this last fight with Parker. He had one fight that lasted 45 seconds in 2 years. Meanwhile, Joshua fought 3 times last year in 2023. Joshua was way richer than Wilder.
Well, Joshua has a country behind him. Wilder's own country doesn't even support him.
Is that Wilder's fault? Is that Wilder's fault?
No, but I say that's not an apples and oranges
Joshua
comparison.
also took short money on a couple fights to get active, to stay active. That's a fact.
Let me ask you a question. After Joshua lost to Andy Ruiz, could Joshua still put on a fight in the O2 Arena and sell out?
Yes.
When Wilder lost to Tyson Fury, was he able to sell out the Barclays Center?
Yes, he would have sold out the Barclays Center.
He didn't sell out the Barclays Center. He sold tickets, but he didn't sell out.
Was it pandemic?
The geographical difference between the UK and the United States of America is completely different. The business is different.
So, and whose fault is that?
It's not Wilder's fault. It's not Al's fault either.
It's
That
not
he's not
Wilder's
unable
fault.
to generate possibly
It
the funds
is,
that's
'cause he's not-
required to meet his minimum.
Bruh, you put him out there and you make a fight. It's just like
Wilder
It's
has
just
said it
like,
on multiple occasions. Hold up, Los. Wilder has said it on multiple occasions that if they're not meeting his minimum of what it takes for him to get in the ring, he's not fighting. $15 million was his minimum. Reports are that he was guaranteed $15 million to fight Robert Helenius, and the pay-per-view only sold 75,000 pay-per-views.
exactly because it was Robert Helenius, a bum. And that's what I'm saying. They be putting on bullshit fights doing this. What they should have told Wilder is, yo, listen, I know your minimum is 15. But right now we're gonna put you in Helenius and get you 7. And then we're gonna backdoor you and put you in where under somebody else, get you another 8.
But Wilder said he's not taking.
Hold on. Listen,
So you're gonna blame Al
him.
and PBC for Wilder's stance on not
No,
taking anything less
it's
than
all of
15
them.
million.
You have to talk to this man. You have to be his advisor and sell him. Short work. Listen, you just got ready to do 45 seconds, man. Come on. Like, you get 15. No. Give you 7 million for this fight, 8 million for the next fight, then the next fight. Your third fight, we're gonna get you 15, 20. Come on, we're gonna build you back up. You just had these 3 tough losses. You know what I mean? Come on, we're gonna get you back right. Come on, take this short money right now. It ain't even short money, it's a lot of money. Cause you know who did that? After he had back-to-back losses against Usyk? Your boy Anthony Joshua, who's making way more money than Wilder. So if Anthony Joshua could do it, why can't he do it? Because Al Haymon done poison these dudes. Overpaying these dudes. And that's what he's doing. You overpaid them. So now these fighters, listen, no. The fact is, and we all know it, that's why we fell in love with Al Haymon and the PBC, because he was overpaying these fighters. He was overpaying our favorite fighters, and we loved it. Like, oh yeah, Al Haymon getting all these dudes money. You know what I mean? When they first started, boom. The main event pot was $3 million. One fighter might get 2, one fighter might get 1. They might split 1. They might get 1.5. The other fighter get 1.5. We was loving the shit. When
So
Thurman was fighting Porter fighting, come on, man, we was loving it. But
why are we not seeing more Arthur Beterbiev channel people talking about Arthur Beterbiev versus Bivol? Why are they not talking about that? Why are they still talking about Tank Davis? Why are they still talking about Earl? Why are they still talking about fighters that ain't fighting, bruh? You even said it yourself. PBC is the best promotion.
They love Earl.
You said
No,
You said
PBC ain't the best promotion.
No, you said, bro. You didn't say that to me. They promote their fighters the best.
They promote their fighters the best, but they're not the best promotion.
Okay, they promote their fighters the best, but they're not the best promotion. You would give that mantle to
Eddie Hearn. And Matchroom is the best promotion.
Eddie Hearn is the best promoter in boxing, right?
And the best promotion that builds up their fighters is Top Rank. Yeah.
Okay.
PBC promotes their fighters the best. Top Rank builds their fighters the best. Eddie Hearn puts on the best shows, the best fights. Well, I can't even say not the best fights, but he's the best promoter. He's the promoter trying to put on the biggest fights.
He puts on the most mismatches. I know that.
He tries to make the fights. It's not his fault that these American promoters try to blackball him.
So hold on. So when Al sent Canelo the offer to fight Jamal, right? I'm not saying that Eddie Hearn had anything to do with that because he was still with Golden Boy, and they didn't want to entertain that fight. When they sent over an offer to Triple G to fight Jamal Charlo, they sent him an offer to fight Jamal Charlo. He didn't take that fight. He decided to just stay in Matchroom and stay with Eddie Hearn and fight nondescript fighters instead of taking that. People always say Al doesn't try to make the fights. This is not true. So he never sent Joshua an offer to fight Wilder for $50 million when these niggas was both kings. When they were kings, when they both had 2 black men in the sport holding all the hardware. And what they do,
Yep.
avoided each other until they both got knocked off. And now they got no belts. And we looking forward to a different undisputed fight. Didn't Al send him the offer? He said he wanted $50 million. Al sent him an offer for $50 million. He didn't take the fight. People like to give Al Haymon and the PBC a lot of blame. They like to blame them for things not happening. But it's very, very clear that certain fights and certain monies that come into the sport are offered to others different than they are offered to PBC and Al Haymon. Eddie's allowed to blow through billions of dollars on the zone, and no one talks about that shit. It's not even a big deal. But what they always say, oh, I'll be fucking up the money. You know the zone is not profitable. You know that. We all know that.
You crazy.
You had Devin Haney and Regis Prograis on pay-per-view. And the rumor is they did 50,000 pay-per-views.
If it's not profitable, then why is the Sheik messing with them? Why is the Sheik messing with them?
Sheik is a boxing fan.
Exactly.
Sheik is a boxing fan.
Exactly. But all the money.
Remember what they generated when they had Francis Ngannou versus Tyson Fury. They lost money on that fight, but it's all good. They don't care. He wants to see the fights.
And you know how much he paying Joshua?
For what? Which fight? The fight coming up?
Yeah, the fight in Ghana? No, how much?
I don't know what he's paying him.
50. You know how much he's paying in Ghana?
What is he paying him?
20.
More power to him. More power to him.
You know how much he was offering Joshua and Wilder to fight?
No, but hold on.
You know how much they both was gonna get paid to fight?
Are these but I'm saying though, are they gonna generate the money to cover those purses, bro?
It don't matter. The money's already signed, sealed, and delivered.
But
they don't care about it. They don't care about that. That's what you don't understand. They don't care about that. They care about putting on the biggest fights.
That's fine.
That's it.
Nobody's saying that they're not. No one's saying that they're not. But what you're not understanding is Al Haymon is not being offered that type of olive branch that they're offering Eddie Hearn and Bob Arum.
He is though. Because I just watched an interview with the Sheik, and he said he wants Devin Haney in Saudi Arabia against Tank Davis. And he sent a message through the dude to please have Al Haymon call him because he wants to make that fight. But like I told you before, nobody has Al Haymon's number, so he can't call Al Haymon.
How big is Tank Davis and Devin Haney fight?
Huge.
Huge fight, right?
Huge.
So
and now they, you know why they love him even more out there? You know why they love Devin so much out there, right?
Because he's Muslim?
Because he's Muslim, and now who's Muslim too?
Tank Davis.
Abdul Wahid.
So let me ask you.
Okay.
So let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. Is that fight bigger in the United States of America? Two American fighters fighting prime time in America, or two American fighting in Saudi Arabia and the fight is airing at 3-4 in the afternoon? You tell me, Baba.
It's huge wherever. That's Tank Davis and Devin. And people like, people, it's not what we're used to, but then again, we are used to daytime because our biggest football games come on in the daytime. But our biggest college football games are in the daytime, 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock. Biggest NFL games come on, 1 o'clock, 4:25.
This is boxing.
That's the biggest sport get the most views out of any sport in the world. You're talking about.
No, but
it happens in the daytime in the U.S.
NFL.
Okay, but what I'm saying is, fans are used to watching big events in the daytime, right?
Not
and then who won it? But they'll adjust
Will they?
Tank Davis, and why not? You get to watch a great fight in the daytime, then go hang out. Take
They
your
didn't
lady out
adjust
at
for
night.
Francis Ngannou versus Tyson Fury.
Because everybody assumed.
They didn't adjust for Big Bang Zhang versus Joe Joyce.
Because nobody knows them in America.
They didn't adjust for Lomachenko
Nobody knows who
versus
Big Bang Zhang is. Nobody knows who Joyce is.
They didn't adjust for Lomachenko versus Luke Campbell.
Nobody know who Luke Campbell was.
They didn't adjust for Josh Taylor versus Regis Prograis in the UK.
Nobody knows who those guys are in the US, bro. Only hardcore boxing fans. Casuals don't know who those guys are. But casuals know who Tank Davis is. Casuals know who Devin Haney is. So they're going to watch. They're going to tune in, bro. They're going to tune in. And it's going to be a worldwide fight. See, all we get is U.S. numbers. We don't get the worldwide numbers. We don't know how many people viewed in Dubai, viewed in UK, viewed in China. Who don't give a fuck? People think that we're the only business. That's the problem. Like, people, they think that they town, they city, they state is the only state in the whole world. No, nigga, that's just where you at. There's whole other worlds, whole other fucking continents.
What will the state of boxing be if all the top fighters sell their soul and act like there's no money to be made on American soil?
Nobody ever said that. Everybody knows there's money to be made. Everybody knows there's money to be made in the U.S. soil because that's where all the big fights have ever been made. What are you talking about?
So who cares if he offers though? If he offers, right? If he goes to Al and says, "Yo, I want to make that fight. I want to make Devin Haney versus Tank Davis. I need that fight."
Mm-hmm.
What if you were Al Haymon? What would your
make it
rebuttal be?
What do you care? What do you care
about?
No,
I'm asking what would your rebuttal be?
Or do you care about?
He's a businessman, right? He has a business to run, right? You say he don't got no dates. He would like more dates, right?
You think Al Haymon wouldn't be money off that fight?
No. I'm just saying though. If I'm gonna give you that fight and send that fight over to Saudi Arabia, what's in it for me? What are you gonna offer me in my business? I'm taking one of the biggest fights to be made. One of the biggest fights to be made in the sport, and I'm gonna let you get it. Right? What do you have to offer me? He
doesn't get it. He just hosts it. All he's doing, it's no different than anything else. All he's doing is winning a purse bid that he's bidding on by himself. That's it. All he's doing is winning a purse bid that he's the only person bidding in. That's it. You're still promoting the fight. He's not a promoter. He just wants the fight held in his venue. You're still promoting the fight. You're still getting everything that you would give you if you do it in the U.S. Only difference is it won't be on U.S. soil. It won't be at night like how we used to. But it's still your fight.
Has a Sheik ever come to the United States of America?
I don't know.
So why can't we bring the Sheik over here? Why can't you fund the fight like you want? You want the fight so bad.
No, because he's not gonna pay for it for it to be in the U.S. He wants it where he wants it.
But what if Al rebuts him with, okay, I'll let you get that fight, but I'm gonna need some funds so I can make some other dates on American soil with other fighters.
So that's what he should do. If he's a businessman that we all think he is, that's what he should be doing.
But you didn't want me to ask you the question.
Because you didn't ask me a question. You're talking about like you think that like the Sheik just takes over the fight and Al Haymon won't be involved, and then, no, that's not the case.
I'm not saying.
Why do you think Eddie Hearn is over there? Why do you think Frank Warren is over there? Because they're the promoters. They still involved. What do you think they get cut out? You think Eddie Hearn is bringing all his fighters over there and he ain't making no money?
I know that.
What?
I know that they're not getting cut out.
Bro.
You can obviously see that they're not getting cut out because a lot of shoulder programming is being hosted by Matchroom, and you can see those thumbnails and stuff and popping up on YouTube.
Yeah, his fighters
versus Joshua.
His fighters fill the card. Like they still have to, bro. He just wants to fund. He just wants to host the fight. That's it. So why not go get that money? Especially when you have the financial woes. Whenever you have a certain amount of dates, when you have limited amount of dates, why not go over there, get this big bag, and put on the fight? And that way you don't have to worry about the financials, because if the financials is already secured, so you ain't got to worry about the financials. Right? That's what Eddie Hearn was able to offer Tank Davis $20, $30, $40 million to fight Devin. Why? Because he ain't had to worry about financials. Off of the back of people saying he sold 30,000, 40,000, 50,000 pay-per-views. Okay, you worried about the bread? Don't worry about that. I'm gonna guarantee you 20. Your last fight, you was guaranteed 5. And you know what? Nah, that's just the offer Bill gave you. Really, I got more for you. I got $30, $40 million for you. And the back end. If the pay-per-view go crazy, you're gonna get the back end. You know what I mean? What's up?
How much money is too much money?
Ain't never no too much money.
Of course there
look
is.
Look at the two dudes you got on the screen. If there was too much money, these dudes would be retired somewhere, kicking back. Especially the one on the left. If there was too much money.
So
he wouldn't be doing no deals. He'd be retired somewhere, kicking back.
We both. I'm in agreement with you. It's a big fight. I'm just not understanding why it necessarily has to be, unless you're trying to forge a new business relationship with the Sheik. It makes no sense to give him one of your biggest fights that you could make, that fans would love to go to here in the United States. Boxing fans that are here, people around the world that will fly here. That generates money in the United States of America.
Listen, and that's where you're wrong. Because me and you, we would never go to Tank Davis, Devin Haney fight.
Me and you definitely not going to Saudi Arabia.
Yes, but we could go Saudi Arabia. I'm watching the show. I'm watching the Boxing Voice yesterday.
Okay.
Dudes was talking about the same topic was up on the table. And Ringwalk, he goes on his computer, right? And he's looking up all the prices. Looked up the what it costs to go to the Teofimo fight, hotel and all that, and what it would cost for to go to Abu Dhabi for the fight that's about to be there. Bro, it was a $400 difference. $400 difference.
$400 more to go to Saudi Arabia.
$400 more to go to Saudi Arabia. With everything. To go to Saudi Arabia versus going to Vegas.
And that's for the Joshua and Ngannou fight, which is a bigger fight. Now we know for these huge Vegas fights, bro, the tickets be crazy, hotels be crazy. Nobody's spending $5,000 to go sit somewhere. So what are you talking about? Like, it's no difference. The So
tickets,
when they
giving them tickets away.
When you say he crunched the numbers, he crunched the numbers for the ticket for the fight as well?
Yeah, with the fight as well.
What's the ticket going for the Joshua and Ngannou fight in Saudi Arabia?
I don't know, but I heard they're not that expensive. They don't make them that expensive. You know what I mean? Dude, the Sheik be paying people to come. All those guys, Ronaldo and all those guys, he was paying them dudes to come to the fight. Like, they just want you there. Yeah, they're gonna get their money from the hotel and all that other stuff. But bro, the money isn't that different. And instead of going to Vegas, you get to go to a whole different country, experience that, and then while you're out there, go watch a good fight. You know what I mean? But the money is the same. Like, to go to a big time Vegas fight and then go to Saudi Arabia. We can't go to a Tank Davis fight when he fights. You know how much some tickets was for him and Ryan? Or the big Floyd Mayweather, McGregor, Floyd Mayweather, Pacquiao. You're not going to those fights. We can't afford them tickets.
Yeah, we're not going. But
I mean, the everyday working man.
People are going.
Exactly. And those same other people can afford to go to Saudi, can afford to go to Dubai.
But I don't think you understand the domino effect, Los. You don't understand the trickle-down effect that something like this is going to have on the sport.
Like what?
UK fans are very supportive of their fighters, right or wrong. They sell out arenas for dudes that ain't even world-class fighters, bro. They sell them shits out in droves like it ain't nobody's business, right? They're losing some of the biggest fights that could be made on their homeland. Going for the fights to go to Saudi Arabia.
Not true. You know why? Because their fighters can still go back and do big fights even after losses. And I'm gonna give you a good parallel, right? Like my man, Fifth, just finished doing his 100 city tour, right? With Live Nation. And they said the man potentially gross 120 million. Right? Mace over there in Australia doing the tour. All our famous rappers we love growing up, all these artists, they go to all these different countries and get way more money than what they do in the US, right or wrong.
Correct.
They paying these dudes, all these old school rappers that, you know what I mean, that we all love from the 90s, early 2000s, they still touring, but they be out of seas, all that, right? Getting their money. And the rappers who are big enough, like the Drakes and all that, they get money here, but they get fucking money to go to these other countries. Do that take away from the U.S. market? Do they say, oh, nah, I could go make so-and-so over there, so I'm not doing nothing over here. Fuck that. We still get our shit. They're still home. We can't have every fight over there in Dubai. Right? But what the Sheik is doing is like, okay, you guys can't make it happen. I know what they want. They want that green. They want that green.
That fight can
and
can
I'll
be
put
made.
it up. If money is
That
the
fight can
problem,
be made.
if money is the problem, I'll put it up. That's what he's saying. If money is the problem, I'll put it up. So it ain't no problem. And let's make the biggest fights. Because you guys had your time to make the fights. Joshua and Wilder, you guys had plenty of time to make this fight. You guys ain't made it happen.
Why didn't? Whoa! No.
Tank and Devin?
Don't do that. That fight didn't get made because the powers that be didn't want that fight to get made.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. So what he's doing, he's
Politics.
being a mediator. He's being a mediator. Where he's saying, okay, you guys can't figure your shit out. So you know what? I'm gonna give you 50 million. I'm gonna give you 50 million.
Which is correct, because promoters, y'all ain't gotta worry about none of this shit. Y'all gonna get y'all cut, cause y'all get cut off the fighter shit anyway. He does have Frank Warren and Eddie Hearn talking and doing business, and possibly doing a fight card together.
5 versus 5. These dudes didn't speak up until like a month ago. Now he got these boys at the table. He say, "Hey, you know what? I want to do a 5-on-5. Frank versus what's the name? What they both say with a big smile. Okay, yeah, we can do it. Let's go."
Yeah.
Why? Because these boys get to sit back and just collect the check. They get paid off their fighters, whether they make the fight or not. That's their fighters.
Yeah.
Just like a label with an artist. If you sign to me, okay, nigga, I got you on the shelf, but nigga, you got a deal. I got a 360 deal, nigga, on your merch, shows, streams, whatever you make, nigga, I'm getting a cut off that. Go ahead, do your thing. Oh, come on, man. Let's go, bro.
Listen, I'm with it, man. But I think there's going to be there possibly could be a long-term effect by sending all your big fights overseas.
No, we don't want the big fight. We don't want all of them.
No, but I'm saying,
no, we don't want all of them.
He wants Beterbiev and Bivol, right? Which I understand, because these are two Russian fighters that fight in America and
exactly.
And Bivol, Beterbiev fights in Canada. So I understand that, right? And they can't fight.
That's a great fight for them. That's a great fight for them. Because nobody cares about them like that in the U.S. The casuals don't care about that fight. So that's a perfect fight for them.
That's a perfect fight. That makes sense.
Why fans like me and you should love the Sheik? Because he puts pressure on dudes like Al Haymon, dudes like Bob Arum, to make the fights we want right here in America. Because if you don't, the Sheik is going to come over your head and throw all his money at your fighters, and now they're going to be looking at you crazy. And when they contract up, they're going to leave you, become their own promotion, like a Devin, like a Tank now, and go make them fights happen. And guess who won't be included? Some bum ass promoters that don't want to make the fights. So if you think Tank Davis isn't at home, scratching his head, like what? This nigga want to throw 30, 40 million at me? Bro, I got that. Al, what's up? Call me. Call me. Because this dude talking about he got 40 million from me. Need that. You saw what happened when Bud and Terrence couldn't come together, when Bud and Eric couldn't come together. Really, Bud and Al couldn't come together on a deal. But when he got that $10 million to go fight on BOK Prime, and then Bud is calling Earl like, yo, nigga, I got this nigga who can make this fight, nigga, blah. Who knows? It probably was the Sheik.
And Bud later on came out and said that shit was bad business.
Oh, I never heard that.
Bud came out and said that what Al Haymon was advising him was the better deal, was to bet on yourself, was to put that fight, the biggest fight in the sport, up to the masses, and let them bid on it. He said that the business wasn't. He said that the business didn't make sense when you really looked at it with the BOK Prime, because they would have had to recoup all their money first before they were able to pay.
Yeah, because BOK Prime, that ain't shit. I ain't talking about BOK Prime.
No, I'm just saying that's what Bud said about you. You brought up BOK Prime.
Yeah, no, for the first fight, but when it got that 10 million from them. But the second fight, who was offering Bud and what's the name? What if it was the Sheik offering them that bread for that?
I'm just not understanding why you don't see a possible red flag in wanting to send all your biggest fights overseas. What it could do to the first of all, boxing's already somewhat of a struggling sport, right? So now you build up a fighter, they become big, they become world champions, right? So now the game is gonna be let them avoid each other long enough until the Sheik is ready to send us a bag to send them over there to fight.
Mm-hmm.
Let's not make the biggest fights because we're waiting on the Sheik to save us and offer us the biggest money possible for our fights instead of building the shit ourselves. Homegrown.
Hey, I'm sorry, man. My Canes just got a commit from the safety from Washington.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Michael Powell just committed to the Canes. I'm sorry.
Now
you know what I mean? Do the truth. You know what I mean? Mario over there cooking. Y'all know, man, we straight from South Florida. You know what I mean? Big Cane fan over here. You know? And Mario cooking. Just landed the #1 quarterback in the portal.
Nice,
you know what I mean?
Nice.
Now we just landed a nice safety. You feel me?
Yeah, let's look for a good year for the Canes. You know what I mean? My team won the Natty, so.
Oh, your team won the Natty, huh? They got Michigan up there. Huh?
You know I'm riding with everything Detroit except for football. We rocking with the Steelers. Hold up, CT called me right now. CT, talk to me. What the deal? You on camera and everything right now. You're not on camera, but your audio is on the channel right now. We working right now.
Look, the college play I gave you, both of the college plays I sent you, they both hit, bro.
But the fucking raggedy ass Heat.
The NBA right now. I think too many people put that in on the Heat, bro. That's why it went the other way, man.
Bro, you know, I was just having that conversation with a couple dudes at work today, and I was like, bro, the NBA. Yeah, bruh. The NBA players, they don't show up a lot of the times, dog. They don't show up, bruh. Like when you have a clear mismatch, right?
Yeah.
They don't. Look, you saw what happened with Milwaukee and Cleveland?
Nah, I didn't even look at
But they lost by like 40 points. Milwaukee lost by like 40 points, bruh.
Talking about that last night. All the games in the NBA recently, like the gap is crazy. Like teams is losing by 30, 40 points. And how like that shit is like never been heard of, or whatever like that.
Bruh, niggas is bruh. The NBA until this playoff time is one of the hardest sports to bet on, bruh.
Yeah, I agree. That's a true statement right there.
Hard ass sport to bet. You don't know when these niggas is going. Oh man, I scratched my earlobe. I'm gonna just take a week off. Look at Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard is my favorite active player right now. Every year before this year, he was always on the bench, chilling, right?
Yeah.
Now it's time for a contract extension. They said, nah, we ain't gonna give you, we gotta see something, bruh. Nigga been playing every single game. Every night. Balling. Hey.
Yeah, man. It sucks. It sucks. But see, that's my problem with the pen part, bro. I don't know when to sit down, bro. Sometimes I change shit. Like, I knew I should have just waited, because then, look, when I waited, you seen the other thing I sent you with the Southern Miss shit?
Yeah.
That shit slapped.
Yeah.
That shit slapped. The other thing I sent you?
Yeah.
That shit slapped. You know, because just like you said, the college players, they hungry. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
They trying to, every game kind of matters to them.
Yeah.
But you're right, with the NBA, it's like, we might play tonight, we might not.
Well, yeah, man, that's what it is, man. We lost a little bread tonight, but we'll get them on the next. Yeah. It was over. Hey, I looked for the early cash out and that shit was like $1.50.
Yeah.
That shit say, you want to cash out?
I told myself that happened last night. I never messed with that, but see, you got me in that mind state. I'm not gonna let you pull me into that mind state with you no more.
What, cashing out early?
We would have been six right now, like 500. You feel me? Bro, it's all or nothing, bro. If I'm gambling, it's all or nothing. It's different. If it's all in the same night, it's all or nothing. It's different if, like, let's say I had a parlay, 2 games on Sunday, then the 3rd game on Monday night.
Yeah.
It's a lot of time to think about it.
Okay.
If it's all in the same night, I gotta stick with it, bro.
All right.
Stay the course.
All right. I hear that.
As soon as I tell you to cash out, they scored a goal no less than 5 minutes later, bro.
Fact. But hey, that's gambling, man. But yo,
So check this out.
Talk to me.
go ahead, Los.
So I'm reading this text from Tank.
Yeah.
He says now, because I guess, like I said, you know, Bill was on a podcast with Sean Porter. So now Tank, he goes, now, ask Sean this question. If I beat his ass in the gym and he was over 147 pounds, why the fuck would I be scared to fight a motherfucker with just a nose? Shit not adding up. He's referring to Sean Porter. He beat Sean Porter's ass in his gym.
Yeah.
He's like, if I beat your ass and you was over 147 pounds, why the fuck would I be scared to fight Devin? Right? Sean
Yeah.
Porter replies, I was going through my own shit, laughing out loud, but that's neither here nor there. I'm on record saying the fight doesn't happen, and why? I do my best to keep it 100 without completely exposing the business. Quiet as it's kept, neither one of y'all want to fight right now. Devin replies, I've been calling this dude out for years. He only says something when I gotta fight, but now that I don't, we could fight now wherever he chooses. He said we don't know how to get in contact with him, but have your people reach out to Javante. Let's make the fight. You know what I mean?
Like I said, Los, man, we gotta see what they got in store for Tank. See, you can hear everything he was saying? Okay. Oh yeah, because I was wondering that, because when he said something, you responded. I'm like, how the fuck you hearing him right now? Because I got the headphones on. But see, we're gonna holler back, man. We're gonna get you on the show real soon, man. The world is waiting to meet CT. So, all right, my nigga.
Yes,
Be
sir.
easy. Yeah.
Well, there it is, man. I know we're kind of off the topic. You know what I mean? But there it is. The boy Devin been wanting to fight with Tank. Been telling him the same thing. Well, I ain't got no fight lined up. You ain't got no fight lined up. I'm free. Have your people call my people. Since we don't know who to call to get in contact and make a fight with you, well, how about you reach out to us?
Who said Tank is free? Who said Tank is free?
Oh, my God. Here we go. Here we go.
Isn't this the rumor right here? Tank versus
the
the Ghost.
rumor.
That's possibly going to be announced. The dates haven't been announced yet. The fights haven't been announced yet. They working. Let them work.
Oh, my God.
Patience is a virtue, my brother.
This is a PBC special right here. And this is the problem. This is a PBC special right here.
Patience is a virtue, my brother.
This is the problem. And that's the difference between Tank and Devin, who's fought 6 current or former world champions in a row. And Tank Davis wants to fight Ghost. Is what? Third or fourth?
Out of your own mouth.
His third or fourth non-champion is fought in a row?
Out of your own mouth, you said this was a really good fight. This is an intriguing fight. You didn't say that this was a good fight, Los. Get on camera right now and look at the people in their eyes and say on the last episode that we just recorded that you didn't say that this was a good fight. This is a good fight, bruh.
What? No, I said Frank Martin should be fighting.
No, you said that this is a good fight.
Santos or something.
Don't do that. We both agree that Sandor Martin and Devin Haney's a good fight because it's gonna be a test to see how he compares to Teofimo's performance. We both agreed that Gervonta Tank Davis versus Frank Martin was a good fight because Frank Martin has showed a lot. He showed a lot of talent. He showed a lot of skills, and we would like to see it compared to Tank. And you said you wanted to see him in with another black fighter.
Right.
I mean,
this
is what was said, brother.
That's what was said. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It's a good fight. It's not a great fight. And coming over 2023, we want great fights.
And we are going to get those great fights.
We want great fights.
But we are waiting to see the date. Al, where's the date? Bezos, where are the dates? We need them because guess what? Don't let them lie to you. Don't let them lie to you, bro. If you look at a lot of the boxing channels right now, they talking about PBC fighters, bro.
Yeah.
Mind you, we just coming off the weekend where we just had Beterbiev versus Callum Smith. Francis Ngannou versus Anthony Joshua has been announced. And people are still talking about Terrence Crawford, Canelo Alvarez, Errol Spence, Tank Davis, David Benavidez. I mean, it is what it is. They're talking about why is Al Haymon ruining these careers, but they're not talking about the fights. What's the infatuation with this company if you feel like it's being so mismanaged? Why aren't these guys talking about the fights that are happening, the fights that are coming? Why? Because it's a lot of lies, bruh. PBC moves the needle. The fighters that they have move the needle, whether you like it or not. These are the facts. These are the fights that get people talking. When I'm at work, nobody's talking to me about none of these fights, bruh. The casual fans are not saying, yo, Classic, bruh. They know I'm a big boxing fan. Yo, Classic, what you think about Artur Beterbiev versus Bivol? What you think about Tyson Fury versus Ngannou? Niggas didn't give a fuck, bruh.
Niggas don't give a damn about that.
They don't care. They might be talking about that Teofimo Lopez and Jermaine Ortiz, but they might not. But I guarantee you this: If it was Tank Davis versus Teofimo, they'd be talking about it. When Frank Martin and Tank Davis fight, they're going to be talking about it. When Canelo Alvarez fights David Benavidez, they're going to be talking about it. This is a future episode that we got coming up, right? Eddie Hearn likes to call out a lot of fights. He wants a lot of fights to be made. He wants Al Haymon to send over Tank. We're offering Tank $40 million. How you gonna send the A-side offer, right? When Eddie Hearn feels like he has a strong chance to win, he's going crazy trying to make a fight, right?
Mm-hmm.
But when you send him an offer like, yo, let's make the fight with Jamal and Triple G, crickets. So people, this is a show that I want me and Los to do. Why can't we get this fight right now? Los, check it out. Why can't we get this fight right now?
We can.
3 years separate these fighters. Technically, a lot of people are going to say Morel is not even a world champion. So they're two contenders, right? Why can't we get Morel versus Pacheco right now? Pacheco's a contender. Morel is a contender. Why can't we get this fight right now? You want Tank Davis? All right. You want Tank Davis and Devin Haney? Let's do that fight. But on the undercard, we want Morel versus Pacheco. What do you think is going to happen? Not a fuck thing.
Hey, man. If you haven't already, like, subscribe, share the episode. It's your boy, Loso, KC and Loso, with my man here, Classic. You know what I mean? We're giving y'all that. Come on, man. That real boxing talk. That real, that raw, that authentic boxing talk, man.
The shit that a lot of people don't want to talk about.
Live from the city.
We uncovering the shit, man. We talking about the sport, bruh. We talking about the sport. We ain't talking about one fight, two fights. We're not gonna be infatuated by a fight that ain't ready to be made. We're not the ones making the fight. But we gonna talk about fights like this.
All we care about is the fights. Ain't nobody talking about that fight. We don't care about that.
What fight?
That better be even. I mean, we care about it.
No, we have to talk about that fight because that's our
we
job.
gonna talk about it. We gonna talk about it.
Yeah.
We gonna watch it. Could be hardcore boxing fans, but I'm speaking generally speaking.
Yeah, but
for these American fans, these casual boxing fans, you ask 10 people out there in the street who these dudes is, and they don't know.
Those build it, and they will come.
Facts like this channel.
Yes,
you know
sir.
what I mean? We're building it up. And before you know, we're gonna be the biggest in the game.
Build it, and they will come. Eminent Sports Broadcasting, Loso, Classic. We are signing it up. We are signing out. We running it up in 2024. PBC running it up. Matchroom running it up. Top Rank running it up. Queensberry running it up. Boxing running it up. NBA running it down. Blowouts. Got niggas losing their bags. All type of shit.
I'll let
Alright,
you
y'all
boys.
boys.
Like, subscribe, share, baby. Come on. Let's go.